Thanks for watching, everybody. Coming up next, women's college basketball, Marquette and Seton Hall. Have a good night, everyone.
You mentioned about 80 points per game. Megan Duffy wants them to push the pace, but staying in control. They've had some issue with turnovers in their losses.
We want to welcome all of you. Just saw the Seton Hall men defeat Georgetown. John Fanta, Kim Adams with you from New Jersey. The Seton Hall women welcoming in the 23rd ranked team in the country, the Marquette Golden Eagles, who are out to a quick start. Three a little bit off the hands of Micah Gray, the transfer, and Marquette will look to run. Liza Karlen, this Golden Eagles team has been different offensively this season, second in the Big East.
Yeah, mentality was a word that...
An entry. What are the key points of emphasis that determine the outcome of this one?
Rebounding team in the Big East. So Seton Hall is certainly focused on that end of the floor. For Marquette, it is protecting the ball is probably number one.
They've out-rebounded their opponent in every game but one this season. Here is Micah Gray. Impact transfer for this Seton Hall team. Knocks it down from Texas Southern to Seton Hall University. Here's Jordan King. Mackenzie Hare. Rebound for Amari Wright and the Pirates.
To attack in this game.
As Satterfield is...
I think Seton Hall's set and shoot around today. Cut to score on these baseline out of bounds. And
fifth-year senior. She started her career at Xavier. What does she bring?
Shoots very efficiently, actually leading the Big East 64%, but she just knows the system. Even though it's only her second year, she knows what Tony wants.
There's Jordan King.
Karlen has been one of the best in the Big East, and I think that's what's best for Marquette, but Jordan King, I think, realizes when it's time to get a bucket.
The weekend in the win at Butler. Here's King. Offensive rebound by Karlen. That's what the Golden Eagles do. Baines answers. Azana Baines. Freshman Skylar Forbes making her first career start for Franny Hottinger, who's out for Marquette.
That's an area where Seton Hall doesn't have too much consistent success, consistent shooters this season, so they could keep her going. That's another angle of their offense they can exploit.
Stop and go for Gray. Micah Gray.
Impacting the atmosphere here. Skylar Forbes dialing up from three, the freshman. But it's reminiscent of a COVID year game. Liza Karlen.
Or no comment from Connecticut.
Jealous of everyone that's watching from home, but you got to chase the check.
Lee Volker driving and off. Here's Amari Wright, the senior, getting handed the reins to the point guard spot for this Seton Hall team, taking it from Lauren Park Lane.
Yeah, Lauren Park Lane, one of the best that ever put on this jersey. Elected to transfer for her final year, but Amari Wright leading the Big East in assists per game.
Nice delivery downstairs in the bucket for McKenna White.
Yeah, really nice two-woman game there. Brazil Harvey Carr, one of those transfers coming in off the bench with the dish.
A blocking foul.
Did a nice job of standing her ground, McKenna White.
Played a very light role, but she has just gradually grown. A 17-point game. Savannah Catalan with 4, a little bit long. Claire Cathis swishes it home.
Letting them move through the lane.
Now Karlen gets in the passing lane. Liza Karlen, the senior, and she's fouled. Bring in players and really develop them. This is as great a case as any.
Say 5 20-point games this season. Really stepping up her rebounding as well as one of the bigger.
Those 2 losses have come in conference play. They were unbeaten out of league.
Yeah, it was a historic 12-0 start. Then they...
Marquette is top 10 in the...
That really got her defender deep in the paint, and then she was able to run off of the screen.
Tough drive and one.
She made 5 threes in the Butler game. We've seen her hit pull-ups, and now she's showing an ability to drive it hard to the rim as well, something that Tony Bozzella emphasized to his group leading into this game.
He said he was studying her analytics, plus minus in games. He said every time she's on the floor, something good happens. 13-second difference between shot and game clock. Jordan King can't connect, but another offensive rebound. This time for fours, but she lost it.
Marquette was looking for a push there off the ball.
Baines with 5. Handoff to Gray with a head of steam with 2. And Marquette, we've got a whistle.
Underneath the glass, trying to go for a rebound, and that was who Marquette was asking for a foul call.
Marquette up 2 on Seton Hall after a quarter. Let's go inside the huddle with Seton Hall head coach Tony Bozzella. We will stay right here. John Fanta, Kim Adams with you to start the second quarter. Jordan King left open. All 3 of these for Jordan King. There's Baines. You were at St. John's last week for that thrilling one-point game. What did you see?
2 takeaways for me. St. John's defense and Unique Drake, who we spoke about.
King is catching fire.
She missed the entire second quarter, and then she was really well defended. We'll see a more aggressive approach from her in this one.
King and Karlen have combined for the first 18 for Marquette as Catalan right here. King, she's been hot, not this time. Karlen, though, with the offensive rebound. And another giveaway, the 6th by Marquette. Catalan taking a bump, and it's a blocking foul. And on Tony Bozzella's bench are 2 of his all-time great guards.
We haven't seen too many freshmen make impacts because of this COVID.
Left wide open in the corner, and cashing in is Volker.
I will say, John, we talked about the lack of an atmosphere here tonight because of the weather. The teams are bringing it.
Well said. And Kumu connects. Rosen. Baines, look what she found. That doesn't fall, and the scoring drought has hit 4.5 minutes.
Yeah, Seton Hall just looks a little bit disjointed these last couple of offensive possessions. Marquette really being the disruptors now, when it was Seton Hall really disrupting Marquette earlier in the half.
Shot clock at 7. King kicks. Volker connects.
Nice find from Jordan King, getting 2 feet in the paint. Nice patience.
7 unanswered for Marquette, and as you see, Seton Hall's missed their last 8 field goal attempts. Catch and shoot for Gray. Micah Gray snaps the Pirate. Volker, she's starting to sizzle with back-to-back buckets. Now King, getting defended by the freshman Catalan. Jordan King, it spins out.
Yeah, she got to her spot. It was a tough leaner, but again, halfway down and out for King.
Seton Hall holding for the final shot of the frame. They couldn't convert in the first. How do they end the half? Baines with 2. Azana Baines playing bully ball. And we have a 2-point game in the Big East at the break.
Athletic team. They have some quick guards. I'd like to see them try to go a little bit more defense to offense, as we mentioned.
This Marquette team held Seton Hall scoreless for close to 5 minutes in that second quarter.
Yeah, there were some runs from both of these teams, some momentum swings. I think both teams have really responded well to the other team's runs.
A deflection. Forbes cannot hit. Second effort. And that's the kind of night it's been for Marquette, close to the basket.
Yeah, well, we just watched the 3-point package, but for some reason the layups aren't falling today. Azana Baines, she starts with an opening layup.
Back up the floor to Liza Karlen with the answer. They both have a dozen.
All right, we've now confirmed that both rims work in terms of layups. We weren't sure in the first half.
Baines has been the leader with a dozen. Amari Wright scoreless thus far tonight. Wright with the bounce pass. That was pretty.
Amari Wright is certainly a pass-first point guard. Ooh, almost had the steal there, too.
Marquette can even off makes. How about their tempo?
Yeah, I didn't see this from them last week at St. John's. There's certainly a concerted effort to get the ball out and get out in the open. Something special about Forbes. I think she's just scratching the surface.
You have bought stock.
Oh, yeah. I like the length. I saw her knock down a nice 3 last week. Megan Duffy tells us she's a better shooter than she's shown.
A dump down. Ooh. Another pretty pass.
Couple times now where Marquette is pretty much switching everything, and the Seton Hall forwards are finding themselves with small guards on the inside. They're finding each other to take advantage of those mismatches.
Forbes to Karlen, automatic for Liza. Over the last 7 contests, averaging 18.5 points and 8 rebounds per game. Was an AP National Player of the Week back in December. Satterfield was in foul trouble in the first half. Another backdoor pass. Davis does not cash in this time. And Kumu with tempo. King. Jordan King connects. Satterfield behind her back. Shot clock is at 7. Back into Davis. And the straight up deep. Shot clock trimmed to 12. Karlen in isolation. Kicks to King. King back to Karlen. And Karlen is fouled. Liza Karlen now 6.
Yeah, it's really great to see players in this conference.
7 straight for Marquette. Baines was shut down by King and Karlen. Hare off the fake. Mackenzie Hare.
And a nice read from Hare. Because of how well she shoots from 3, they are going to close out hard on her.
Flashing in was great.
They really love to get her in motion, coming across the lane, coming off of a curl screen, and that time no help steps up to meet her.
Marquette's made their last 5 shot attempts. Make it 6. 53 points per game this season.
Marquette encroaching on that number here midway through the 3rd.
That's why the Golden Eagles have been a top 35 offense in college basketball. They've hit 7.
But this group looks like they are poised to do so.
Under Carolyn Keeger then, who's now the head coach at Penn State. Megan Duffy gave them the challenge about mentality. What'd you make of that?
Yeah, well, it was interesting because Jordan King came in as a highly touted freshman, has started every game of her career, and her teammates have gotten better. So it was almost like she took a step back because Rosen Kumu was scoring more, Kenzie Hare was scoring more, but Megan Duffy had to kind of remind her, like, you are our girl, and we need you to play like it in the big moments and the not big moments as well.
Seton Hall, Gray. Micah Gray.
She is really impressive. John, I was just watching her earlier in the year before really doing any research on her. You would never know she's just a sophomore.
43 triples on the season. Karlen. Liza Karlen.
As Liza Karlen hit the rim in the second half, it's like these little 15-footers just coming off of screens, having her feet set, shoulders square, automatic, a word I'll take from you that you use to describe it.
6 20-point games this year for Liza Karlen. Shot clock at 8. Amari Wright off to Baines. Baines with the extra pass, and that was altered. Hare. Offensive rebound, though, for Cephas. Down to 8. Karlen, Liza Karlen, has 1,000 career points.
Really exciting, Liza Karlen. To do so on a three-pointer this half has just been ridiculous for her.
Up to 23 on the game. She has 13 points in the third quarter, 5 for 5 from the floor.
Oh, come on now.
Make it 6 for 6 from King, who hasn't missed either. The two of them are a combined 9 for 9 in the quarter.
This is the danger that this Marquette team can bring on the floor. And we haven't even really gotten Kenzie Hare involved, who's a top 10 three-point shooter in the nation.
And they're without a starter for any Hottinger tonight. Expected to be back with the team soon, but did not make the trip. Off the window for Catalan, the freshman. Marquette shooting 10 for 14 in the third quarter. That's 71%. Shot clock is at 6. Back into Karlen, and she's fouled.
Opposite side of the floor and dribbles over to feed it into her teammate, who is now up to 25 points, and that's a new season high with the made free throw. 26 and 1,000 for her career tonight for Liza Karlen.
She's just breaking milestones tonight. Give her a new career high. Instead, it's the freshman Catalan, who's short, contested by Forbes. This was a 2-point game at the half. Marquette behind Karlen and King, turning on the Jets. Hare with 5. Off to Karlen. Karlen inside the Forbes. Now with 1 second left, she heaves. And that'll do it after a dominant third frame by the Marquette Golden Eagles.
Liza Karlen, she has 27 for the game, but this 3 on the road. Liza Karlen, a new career high in this game already, hitting 1,000 career points. Let's see if Seton Hall can respond as we saw them do plenty of times in the first half.
Micah Gray is long on the first attempt of the fourth. 25 combined points by King and Karlen. 9 for 9 from the floor in that third quarter, as that's an offensive foul on King. Only 2 points for Baines in the third. Gray with a head of steam. Micah Gray.
Remember, we talked to Megan Duffy about at Media Day. Ooh, Liza Karlen, I think that's her first miss of the second half, but Megan Duffy talked about the importance of trying to play for higher seeding. They were in that 8-9 game last year. They lost, and then if you win that, you go right into a team like South Carolina. So that was certainly a focus of hers, trying to put together a resume with seeding in mind. But it's been nothing flashy, nothing crazy. It's just fundamentals. It's coming off of screens. It's being set, ready to shoot. Really impressed by Liza Karlen.
Beautiful setup.
Skylar Forbes making her first career start. She's been active on the glass. She already has 10 boards. Hadn't scored yet. Finally gets one to go in.
Harvey Carr. Offensive rebound by Lops, and she sticks it back.
Off the bench for Seton Hall after that disappointing third quarter. She would transfer into this program. And Kumu catch and shoot. Rosen Kumu. So Seton Hall is really kind of scrambling and chasing. Shot clock at 10. Gray. And there's Forbes with the board. And that's her 11th. New career high in rebounds. Hare. How about their... We've seen tonight why this team is 13-2. Gray is way off, and Karlen with the board in sole possession of 20th all-time on the Marquette charts. A lot of milestones tonight for Liza. Career high, 1,000 points. Know that mark? This time dishes it to Hare. Wow. They can pass it too. And Marquette beat Creighton in early December. 76-70.
King. Now 10 on the shot clock for Hare. They've hit 10 threes on the night. And Kumu has one of them. The shot clock's down to 3. Rose and Kumu with the runner. That flight got canceled, so they'll stay the night. We've got a nice evening back at the hotel in store.
What should they find to eat in these South Orange parts? You showed me a great deli today. Now I know where to go every time I'm here for lunch.
Well, a lot of places have shut down. The state is in a state of emergency due to the weather outside. You're working on basketball. What's impressed you the most?
How simple she's made everything look. Like, it's just been so fundamental. And Franny Hottinger, who's not with the team today, a player who's really, I think, helped fill the rebounding void that Chloe Murata brought. We also had to shout out Chloe because she's getting in the broadcasting game these days. She's playing overseas. She was on the call on the BEDN the other day.
Congrats to her. The Muratas, a Marquette family. Cam having played, and their dad playing for the program as well. Turnaround for Karlen.
You can see that consistent approach tonight from the Pirates.
And on the opposite side, we saw a program that
teams are going to rebound the heck out of the ball. They're going to defend you for 40 minutes. It's Kenzie Hare, Liza Karlen, Jordan King, the dangerous group.
They will move to 101-39 under Megan Duffy. That 72% winning clip is the best by a Marquette coach in the history of Golden Eagles women's basketball.
Megan Duffy, by the way, when we were at shoot-around today, if you didn't know her, you would think she's a player on the team. She's in the shorts, the T-shirt. She's got the high bun. Like, she means business. She's getting in drills. She's drinking from the fountain of youth. She's still got it out there.
As we talked about earlier, had a pro career, played for Muffin McGraw at Notre Dame, has done a terrific job at Marquette University. As we get a late foul. Marquette outscored Seton Hall 27-13 in the third quarter, and 25 of those points came from Jordan King and Liza Karlen, who didn't miss in the third. Final ticks here. For the first time in 5 years, the Marquette Golden Eagles are a winner at Seton Hall.
Impressive 40 minutes for the Golden Eagles from start to finish. I thought they were consistent throughout.